Thank you, Eric Rothman. Welcome to Henderson, Nevada. Thrilling MAC championship. And now we're out west for the Big West final between the top two seeds in the Big West, the University of Hawaii Rainbow Warriors and the UC Irvine Anteaters, along with Corey Williams and our ESPN crew. Roxy Bernstein with you. About to tip it. The two-seed Bows, they're in the black, the home whites. For the regular season champs, the Anteaters, and the opening tip controlled by UC Irvine. Anteaters 23-10 overall, went 15-5, a game better than UH. The Bows finished 14-6 in the Big West, a 23-win season for the University of Hawaii. On the drive, falling down and losing it out of bounds was Jurian Dixon, and a turnover on the first possession by UCI.
No secrets there. The very first play they ran for the guy who got it started last night, but he turned it over.
Last night, UC Irvine, 93-78 win against CSUN as they jumped out on the Matadors early as Hunter Erickson missing the runner, and the rebound grab by Jurian Dixon for UC Irvine. Darren Saran was fantastic last night for UCI. 23 points, 9 assists, 5 rebounds, and 4 steals, leading the way for Russell Turner's team. They shot 52% from the floor last night in that win, and they out-rebounded the Matadors by 18, leading wire to wire. Shot clock at 5, pull up 3, and it's tipped up, and a foul will stay at this end, and it's on the Rainbow Warriors. Russell Turner, 4-time Big West Coach of the Year, 16th season at UC Irvine, and his 11-20 win season this year, and he's been to the NCAA tournament twice.
Both these coaches know what's at stake tonight. You talk about the Big West Conference, it all comes down to this moment, the championship of the tournament, to get that bid. Both coaches been here before, had some success in the tourney as well, but the whole season has been leading up to tonight.
Darren Saran missed the floater. Early sub for Iran Ganat and Hawaii as Gitas Namiksha checks in. For Harry Ruliadep as Isaac Johnson, the first team all Big West performer, missing a 3, but on a putback and a foul and free throws coming for Isaac Finlinson of the Rainbow Warriors. Iran Ganat, year 11 in Honolulu, as the head coach, has the best winning percentage in UH history. As Iran Ganat, 23 wins, guided Hawaii to 28 wins in his first season back in 2016 when the Bows went to the NCAA tournament. That was a school record, and 23 wins ties for the second most. Isaac Finlinson, he missed both free throws after Hawaii went 25 for 26 from the line last night in their win against Cal State Fullerton.
Roxy, I really think this game is going to hinge on, can Hawaii dominate in the paint, scoring and offensive rebound. Already got one offensive rebound, missed the free throws, but their size has been their advantage.
Jurian Dixon off balance floater, gets the roll and a tough shot for the game's first points.
One of those players, when he's making the tough shots, you know he's going to knock down the easy ones as well. There's a steal.
Dixon racing back up the floor. Dixon has it blocked from behind by Gitas Namiksha. Diving for the loose ball, Finlinson, the Bows control. Here comes Namiksha, attacks, and the block shot from Kyle Evans, the nation's block shot leader, adds to his total. The defensive player of the year in the Big West. And a foul on the drive as Darren Saran attacks as we go end to end just off the Vegas Strip here in Nevada.
Some great athleticism right here. Dixon takes it 1-on-3, but the beautiful timing in the block, and at the other end, when you challenge the leading shot blocker in the nation and you put it on a platter, he's going to serve it right back to you. Kyle Evans doing Kyle Evans stuff.
2 shots for Darren Saran. And he gets the roll, and it's 3-0 UC Irvine. You see our bracket for the Big West Championship at Lee's Family Forum. And the wins last night, and the way this tournament has played out, chalk has held form all the way through on the men's side. There have been no upsets in this tournament, which is crazy to think because of how tight this race was in the Big West this year.
Absolute log jam when you talk about the top 6 teams, all within a game or 2 of each other. Home and away splits. You saw a lot of that in league action this year, and there's almost another turnover. Dixon in the passing lane.
Deflected out by Jurian Dixon. 9 on the shot clock for the Rainbow Warriors.
Yeah, but back to your point, Rox, I'm surprised there haven't been upsets. These games have been buzzer beaters, overtime league games. You never know what to expect, so definitely surprised that the seeding has played out.
In the latter format, both teams had buys into the semifinal. Gitas Namiksha left open, missed the three. Offensive rebound and a putback. Isaac Finlinson breaks the seal for the Rainbow Warriors.
Just a little miscommunication right there by UC Irvine. Two players going for the ball.
Spinning down low, and another block shot, this one from Hawai'i and Gitas Namiksha, as he denies Akiva McBurney-Griffin. 7 to shoot. Dixon way up top, off the screen. Deep two, pull up short, and the rebound, Dre Bullock, and here comes UH.
Starting to see the length of Hawai'i really bother UCI. Contested shots early.
Bows last night, a 78-63 win over Cal State Fullerton. Harry Ruliadeff led the way, 16 points, 10 boards, and had to leave the game the last couple of minutes. He was cramping, but appears to be okay to go tonight for Iran Ganat. Out of bounds, 9 on the timer. Bows defensively held the Titans to 36% shooting, and Hawai'i out-rebounded Cal State Fullerton by 27 last night.
And that was the difference. Extra possessions on the glass, controlling the defensive boards, limiting them to one shot.
Hunter Erickson on a fadeaway. And the rebound batted around. Harrison Carrington pulls it down for the Anteaters. Here's Carrington down low. Transfer from Colorado who walked on for Tad Boyle and earned a scholarship. Now is playing for Russell Turner. Shot clock down to 5. Andre Henry. Jurian Dixon down the lane. Had it poked away. Shot clock violation. And a turnover committed by UC Irvine. 4-2. Irvine up on Hawai'i. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Principal. Let's build a retirement benefits plan that works for your team. You're watching ESPN's Champ Week presented by Principal. This is the Big West Men's Basketball Championship and the final from just outside of Vegas, about 20 minutes from the Strip in the Burbs. We're in Henderson. 4-2 UC Irvine, the regular season champs, leading the Rainbow Warriors from the University of Hawai'i. Along with Corey Williams and our ESPN crew, Roxy Bernstein with you. And we should have a good one tonight. Two teams that know each other well and play similar styles.
Similar styles, both well coached. They've got good bigs, good guards. That's why they're at the top of the league. 1 versus 2. They end up here. That's not a coincidence.
Each side with 23 wins so far this year. And Irvine finished a game better in the Big West standings. And it came down to the last weekend for UC Irvine to wrap up another conference championship. It's the 8th Big West title for Russell Turner and UC Irvine. And the Anteaters, who have won 5 straight into this ball game tonight, 7 of the last 8. And the Bows have won 5 of their last 6. And they dropped their season finale that gave the outright title to UC Irvine. As Hawai'i lost to Long Beach State in Honolulu.
I like the way this game started off. Looks like it's going to be a block party. We've had more block shots than made buckets so far.
And pressure by Jurian Dixon. And he drives, missed the layup. And the follow and a whistle and a foul will put UC Irvine at the line. But the pressure from Jurian Dixon, first team all Big West performer, was last year's Big West Freshman of the Year, and that ignited an opportunity in transition for the Anteaters.
One of those guys where he's always in good defensive position, but then he gives the extra effort to get his hands in the passing lane, tries to poke away the ball when he's on ball defending. Just one of those active guys. They get 4 or 5 possessions a game from him.
Foul was on Yassine Toomey of Hawai'i, his first. And it's now 5-2 UC Irvine as Andre Henry, an 83% foul shooter for Russell Turner. as Kyle Evans, the nation's block shot leader, will get a breather. Henry, who missed all last season just about, played briefly early in the year, but a torn ACL and was a medical redshirt, got a late start this year, still recovering from the injury, and he was the Big West Sixth Man of the Year. A couple of years ago, he was the Big West Defensive Player of the Year. A lot more depth with UC Irvine. Stepping out, Isaac Johnson missing a three, and the rebound, Javon Jester Jr. for the Eaters.
They're going to invite Johnson to shoot that three till he makes one. He knocked down his first one last night, but 0 for 2 so far.
And a steal, Dre Bullock took it away. He looks to attack. Bullock is denied, but a foul. And Dre Bullock, the steal, and a couple of free throws.
Boy, neither team really doing a good job taking care of the ball early. A lot of lazy passes. And it's not like there's tremendous pressure. Guys just got to play a little bit more sharp.
Nerves?
I think so. I think nerves, indecision. You know, these teams have played each other twice before, but this is the championship game. You want to make sure you're doing the right thing, and guys are hesitating.
Bullock 77% from the line. Star-studded NBA Sunday Showcase matchup we have for you on ABC and the ESPN app. Coming your way tomorrow is Ant-Man and the T-Wolves are in OKC to take on SGA and the Thunder. They have the association's best record. Coverage tips NBA. Countdown at 12:30 Eastern. Second one rattles in for Dre Bullock. And he cuts the Irvine lead to 2 as Harry Ruliadev, the steal that missed the layup, got it back. One more chance, missed again. And fighting for the rebound, and Harrison Carrington rips it away. But a tie-up first. Arrow stays at this end with the Rainbow Warriors.
We just talked about ball security and being focused, and just something as simple as an outlet pass gets tipped, deflected, and they're right back at the rim. The Bows with a chance for a bonus possession here.
Isaac Johnson from the elbow, and we're tied.
That's usually how it goes. The good teams make you pay for the turnovers.
First points for Big Fish. Isaac Johnson, first team All-Big West. Transfer from Utah State, who started his college career at Oregon. Von Jester Jr. on the drive. Pull-up jumper in the lane, rattles out for Jurian Dixon, and the rebound grab by Dre Bullock for the Bows.
You know, Rox, that's the 4th shot Jurian Dixon has taken inside of 5 seconds. He's getting the ball at the end of the possession and being asked to create something against a defense that's very good, and he's struggling right now.
I'd bark at my teammates if I was him.
Yeah, don't give me the ball with 5 to go.
Sure, give me the grenade. And a foul in the post on UC Irvine.
But to his credit, he is one of the more skilled players in the one-on-one, so it does make sense the ball ends with him, but they've got to do a better job of getting better looks early in the possession.
First on Harrison Carrington. And that's the 3rd team foul on UC Irvine. Kyle Evans comes back in the game for Russell Turner. Here is Isaac Johnson, has space, rattles out, and the rebound, Eli Chol, the 7-footer for the Anteaters. Step back on the baseline, and the stroke from Andre Henry.
Talk about him being 6th man of the year, big plays all throughout the season, really key in a lot of wins late in the season. Nice game last night as well.
Hunter Erickson gets it inside, and Isaac Johnson goes right at the shot blocker to tie the game. Third appearance for the Rainbow Warriors in this Big West final, but their first in 10 years, and they won it in 2016. Darren Saran penetrates, and the floater rips out, and the rebound, Isaac Johnson holds it above everybody.
He's so quick. That was a great look for Saran. We saw him make a ton of those last night.
A 3 on the way. Harry Ruliadev, the offensive rebound for the Bows, and the kick out. Isaac Finlinson attacks baseline, tries a wild reverse. Isaac Johnson missing a putback, and the rebound grab by UC Irvine.
They've got numbers.
Attacking, Javon Jester Jr. denied. Harry Ruliadev blocks the shot. Whatever you can do, I can do better. That's what we're seeing so far.
Great timing, guys making plays without committing the foul.
Harry Ruliadev 3. First lead for Hawaii.
Hawaii's done it on the defensive end, block shots, second chances, offensive rebounds, and right there they connect on a 3. And it feels like they've been outplayed so far, but they have the lead.
Andre Henry tries to turn the corner. Nice pass inside. And the reverse layup missed by Eli Chol. And a whistle. And we have a tie-up, and the arrow belongs to UC Irvine. 11-8, the Rainbow Warriors leading in this Big West final. Coming up, we look at the two matchups between these two teams this year. They both went down to the wire. Well, this was the first matchup in Honolulu between the Bows and the Anteaters. Hunter Erickson wins it over Kyle Evans, and the game-winning jumper, and a 1-point win for the University of Hawaii as they knocked off UC Irvine in the first matchup. What a tough shot he hit at the buzzer.
Got some separation and drills it. And I love the celebration. They don't tackle him. They just hug him, keep him standing upright.
With both matchups thrilling down to the wire, each one on their home floor. Irvine won in overtime at the end of January, and a huge night for Kyle Evans in that game at the Brent Event Center. But in that overtime, the Eaters outscored Hawaii 15-4. Andre Henry led the way. He had 8 of the Anteaters' 15 in the overtime period, as UC Irvine leads the all-time series 25-10. They've met 3 times in this tournament, all won by UC Irvine, including in the 2015 championship game. Kyle Evans missed the jump hook, and the rebound, Harry Ruliadev for UH.
Roch, you know better than anyone, if you have any hopes of being here tonight, you have to protect the home court. Both teams coming up with big wins at home in the Big West.
Harry Ruliadev down the lane. He's denied at the rim.
Nice block right there by Evans.
Darren Saran, the floater. Rebound kicked around, and Harry Ruliadev secures it for the Rainbow Warriors. Irvine is just 1 for their last 11.
They're kind of rushing, but give the Bows a lot of credit in their man-to-man. They're contesting shots. They're rotating over. Secondary defenders are making blocks.
Hunter Erickson way off on the 3, and it goes out of bounds to UC Irvine. And look, these teams, they know each other so well, Corey. The styles, what they would like to do. Does that contribute to both teams getting off to slow starts offensively? They're so well scattered, the defense knows what to try to take away.
Yeah, you're talking about 2 well-coached teams, so that means 2 things. One, we're well scouted. The guys are prepared. Second, you can't really deviate from the script and play for Russell Turner or Gannat. You have to run the system. So guys know, hey, we know what you're trying to run. We just want to be there when you shoot it. There's very little freelancing going on out here between these 2 teams.
For the Anteaters, their 11th appearance in the championship game, as Kyle Evans lost it out of bounds, and a turnover it goes to the Rainbow Warriors. That's the 5th UCI turnover. Pressure out top from Tama Isaac on Isaiah Kerr. Great Bullock pull-up jumper, and it's the Bows by 5. Seven straight for the Rainbow Warriors. Andre Henry attacks. Darren Saran gets the flyby. Challenged on a 3, and he nailed it. They're going to check into the next timeout to make sure he was behind the line, but a huge jumper from Darren Saran, his first points from the field. He had a couple of free throws, now poor pass, and the Bows turn it over.
Well, Saran, if you watch tape on him last night, which I'm sure they did, they know they have to respect the jumper. So there's the flyby, gotcha, and he sticks it. You have to respect his jumper and fly out at him. He's a guy that can knock those down. He's already missed a couple of floaters. He's got a great first step and can get to the rim.
Surprisingly, he's only 26% from 3. Darren Saran attacks, stumbles, and a travel. And that's another giveaway by the Anteaters.
A little too excited right there, had nowhere to go. And Hawaii's not going to bail you out. They're not going to foul you and send you to the line. If you drive into traffic, you best have a game plan.
Inside to Harry Ruliadev. And the jump hook quickly got it off over the outstretched Kyle Evans.
Talk about sticking to the script. That was a beautifully executed play.
Tama Isaac drives, and the rebound tip free. Isaac Finlinson controls. Here come the Bows. Underneath, Gitas Nemiksha and Kyle Evans challenged a shot, and Nemiksha saying it was off Evans, that he had a shot blocked. UH checking to see if they want to challenge it. They will not.
Some of the toughest defense to play, 4 out and 1 in. There's no help defender. You're one-on-one, he steps in front, they make a great pass, defender on his back, 2 points.
Irvine is 3rd in the country in block shots, and it's not just the shots they block, it's the shots they affect, and the presence of Kyle Evans, like right underneath the hoop there.
Yeah, they stay locked in, they send people to him to make sure he has an opportunity to block shots, but most importantly,
strong finish and a quick burst by Jurian Dixon for UCI.
Most importantly for Irvine, the primary ball defender does not foul you. It's always the secondary, second-line guy that comes and makes the play.
Foul of push on Tama Isaac as Isaiah Kerr was falling out of bounds. And it's the first on the freshman from Christchurch, New Zealand. (15-13), the Rainbow Warriors with the lead. Foundation for Irvine defensively. Talk about the block shots, but it's also the defensive field goal percent. Opponents are shooting only 38% against UC Irvine this year. That's also, like the block shots, 3rd best in the country.
Yeah, they know what you're doing, and their goal is to be there when you shoot it. And right now, this is an easy foul to call.
As Tama Isaac bowls over Isaac Johnson. Ran right through the screen of the second foul on Tama Isaac.
You know what? In a championship game, Rocks, I'm going to be honest, I like that foul. Run through the screen, send a message. Hey, you want to get open, it's going to cost you. And maybe those screens aren't there later in the game. It's not the best smart play to do, but early in the game when it doesn't matter, go ahead and set the tone. Be aggressive defensively.
Team foul number 5 on UC Irvine. Side out of bounds for the Rainbow Warriors. And now Russell Turner will throw a zone at UH. Isaac Finlinson open in the corner. And the weak side rebound deflected out by Jurian Dixon. Will stay down here to the guys in black.
You know, Rox, I was kind of curious as to whether or not Hawaii was going to show some zone early. They struggled in the one-on-one defensively last night and went to the zone, and it paid big dividends. But now it's UC Irvine.
Ray Bullock attacks. Bullock can't get the runner. The tip almost went in and ripped out by Ness Menike, the freshman for UC Irvine. Native of Cameroon. Yvonne Jester Jr. fading away, and Hunter Erickson changed his shot out of bounds, and they'll talk about it as it hit the stanchion, and Rainey McCall points the other way. It belongs to Hawaii. 15-13, tight in Nevada.
The best first step in the conference. Jurian Dixon jab step, and he's gone, finishing at the rim.
All right, Zubin, here is the latest bracketology from Joe Lunardi, his top 2 seed lines. Florida, even with their loss today, still on the 1 line, and you look at the 2 seeds. My gripe is, I think Arizona, I'm not saying this just because I'm sitting next to you, Corey. Arizona, to me, should be the #1 overall national seed.
Rox, it's not even close. Nobody has more top 10 wins. No one played near the schedule Arizona did. They won the Big 12, toughest conference in the league. They just won the tournament today. How they are not the 1-1, I don't know. But I will take that up with Joe when I see him soon.
Isaac Johnson, 3. 7 already for Big Fish. And the Bows have matched their largest lead.
Well, he had shot 3 earlier, finally connects.
Off the hands of Jurian Dixon, a turnover by UC Irvine, their 7th already.
Defensively, nobody worries about a 7-footer in the corner unless it's the Big Fish. 1 for 4. We saw him make a couple last night. That is definitely in his wheelhouse. You gotta respect his jumper.
Big Fish, first team all Big West this year, leading Hawaii in scoring. After playing in Utah State and Oregon, selling for Iran Ganat this year. And he'll try again from the corner. Back-to-back threes.
And Rox, I can tell you right now, that's coaching. That is Ron Ganat calling the exact same play 2 times in a row, giving his guy the green light to shoot it. Great call.
Andre Henry into the key. Swiped away by Dre Bullock, and the Bows come away with it.
Talked about it earlier. If you drive into traffic, you have to have a game plan. Hawaii too good. 3 black shirts swarming the ball.
You never see the Anteaters turn it over like this. Great read, Darren Saran glides in for the layup.
Saran says, I've seen enough of the 3-point shooting. Shoots the lane. Great anticipation, Roxy. You mentioned how well these teams know each other. Saran knew that ball was on its way while it was still in midair.
Big momentum swing potentially for the Anteaters. Knocked away, Saran again, a steal. Saran, and he's grabbed by Hunter Erickson. Darren Saran creating havoc. He had 4 steals in their win against CSUN last night, and Darren Saran is at it again.
There's the penetrate and kick from the 7-footer, but right here, off the ball, being alert and just gambling right there, coming up with the steal. And then another steal now. He's at the free throw line. They had a 3-on-1. I thought he should have given up the ball. They could have had a chance to score. But it's all good if he knocks down his free throws.
Toronto leads the Anteaters in steals. Is now 3 for 3 at the line as he averaged over 10 points a game. A couple of years ago as a freshman for Russell Turner. Then went into the portal, transferred to Stanford. Played 5 games for Kyle Smith last year for the Cardinal. Dealt with an injury. Medical redshirted the season, then came back to UC Irvine.
Fortunate situation because your college career is all about getting reps. You want to go somewhere and play and be productive. He's definitely doing that, a key player on this team.
Hunter Erickson missing a 3. And the rebound grabbed by Dre Bullock, and the shot blocked by Kyle Evans. Second block for Evans. Evans attacks. Harrison Carrington with a physical rebound. Gets it to Jurian Dixon. And a stroke on the baseline. 6 straight for UCI, and it's down to 2.
He is the X factor for Irvine. Mr. Calm, Mr. Collected. Dixon with the pull-up from the baseline.
30-second timeout, Hawaii. 2-point game in Henderson, Nevada. We'll cap off Champ Week tomorrow. 2 more championship games on ESPN and the ESPN app. The SEC title game 1 Eastern between Vandy and Arkansas. Then 1 final automatic tourney ticket will be punched by the winner of the American Conference and the championship game between South Florida and Wichita State. That's tomorrow on ESPN and the ESPN app. 2-point lead for the Bows as Darren Saran fueling a little spurt for the Anteaters against a Hawaii team that has been turnover prone. And they've committed 5 in this game tonight. And Aron Gannad has had to reinvent this team a couple of times this year. He had his full roster going into the season, and 5 days before their opener, one of his key players, he thought, Tanner Cupp, who could have been their starting point guard, is Harry Ruliadev. The reverse layup along the baseline. But Tanner Cupp tore his ACL, lost for the year. They proceed, and then midway through the year, Aaron Hunkin-Clater, who was the starting point guard, he was lost for the season with a foot injury, and he's had to retool this team again. Darren Saran missed the runner, and Ketis Namiksha rips down the rebound.
And it's amazing they're here in the championship game because it's virtually impossible to create an offense and have any kind of continuity when you're dealing with injuries, because who's on the floor determines the looks that guys get, their shooting percentages, the things they try to do. Their role on the team constantly is changing based on who's out there. So hats off to their staff for making it happen under those circumstances.
2 shots for Dre Bullock. The foul was on Andre Henry. And Bullock 2 for 2 from the line tonight. And you wonder, because Hawaii's not as deep as UC Irvine, as Russell Turner will go 10, 11 deep. The Bows play 8, maybe 9 at most. Playing on back-to-back nights, how does that come into play here?
Well, you're going to see it in the second half with fatigue. Sometimes there are defensive and mental breakdowns, guys missing free throws, guys missing easy layups that they normally make. You don't see it right away in the opening half, but a back-to-back, if you're watching, you'll start to see fatigue set in around that 30th minute of that second game.
Jurian Dixon weaves his way in, spins, and a foul will get Dixon to the line. That was an impressive move by Jurian Dixon, the sophomore from San Diego.
Yeah, when it gets stagnant, they give him the ball because he's got these great abilities. It's just a regular ball screen. That's one defender, takes on the second defender, spin move, gets to the rim. He's the guy that can create when they absolutely need something to happen. They give him the ball and they get out of the way.
Second foul on Harry Ruliadev. Dixon, a 79% free throw shooter. One more coming for Jurian Dixon, who last year was the Big West Freshman of the Year and took advantage of an opportunity last year. Irvine struggled with injuries a year ago, as Andre Henry tore his ACL, Langston Redfield went down, and then Jurian Dixon stepped up and emerged as a frontline guy for Russell Turner.
You call it emergence, I call it extra shots in the offense have now become available. And you don't want that to be the circumstance in which they come to you and say, hey, we need more. But when they come to you and they say, you've got license to shoot a lot more than you have been shooting.
And now the steal by Dixon.
Players embrace that.
Dixon drives, and a foul, and a push called on Isaac Johnson of the Rainbow Warriors.
Tough call right there, blocking foul. Trying to close out on Dixon. That's a tall order. I don't know if there was a ton of contact, but Dixon, a player who loves to force the issue offensively. Him and Saran are that 1-2 punch. They never stop coming offensively. They're always challenging, getting in the lane, trying to make something happen.
A dynamic backcourt for Irvine. First foul on Isaac Johnson, the 6th on Hawaii.
And I've done a few of their games, and just when you have them figured out, then Henry starts with his stuff, knocking down threes, getting to the rim. So they've really got great guards out there right now, guys that can make plays.
Darren Saran tries the reverse. Kyle Evans keeps it alive. Jovan Chester Jr. attacks. Kyle Evans underneath, and a putback. And Evans gets his first points of the title game.
Evans doing a great job defensively, altering shots, getting rebounds, blocking shots, but right there, offensive rebound.
Dre Bullock from deep, missing a 3. Isaac Johnson, the offensive rebound, goes right back up and banks it home. 12 for Isaac Johnson. Jurian Dixon straight on. 3!
Talked about him having the green light. That's just one man out front and a ball screen. Not a very complicated offense, but it yields 3 points, and Irvine right back in this game. Back in their 2-3 zone. Now, they've got them to miss the opening shot, but they haven't done a great job on the defensive glass.
Isaac Finlinson short on that long three. And Irvine looks to reclaim the lead. Ball knocked away from Jovan Jester Jr. and countering UH. Backdoor for Dre Bullock. Isaac Johnson moves in. Corner three. Rattles out from Isaac Finlinson. And a foul going for the rebound. That's 2 on Isaac Johnson. 2:22 to go, first half. 1 point game. Big West final. All right, Zubin, here are the tickets punched, and one of our teams will join this list. And also coming up later, just down the street at Orleans Arena here in Vegas, the WAC final with 2 teams that are coming to the Big West next year. Utah Valley is playing Cal Baptist, and both of those teams will be in the Big West next year. So the Big West essentially will have 2 teams kind of represented. Kyle Evans at the line, 1-1 as UC Irvine now in the bonus. And Evans a good foul shooter at 79%. And he ties the game. And speaking of the realignment, this is how a reshaped Big West will look in the coming years. As Cal Baptist, Utah Valley will be joined by Mike Bibby's Sac State Hornets in the Big West next year. After this season, Hawai'i and UC Davis will be leaving to go to the Mountain West. And then, year after next, UC San Diego will head to the West Coast Conference. UC Irvine has taken the lead after Evans nailed both free throws. And the high arcer rattles in. Isaiah Kerr as the Bows seesaw in front. That's the way you get it over a shot blocker. Put it where he can't get it.
Got to put some air underneath it. Respect the shot blocker.
Andre Henry, tough pull-up jumper, too strong in the lane. Yassine Toomey pulls it down for the Bows.
With those 2 fouls, I think we've seen the last of the big fish here in the first half, so it'll be interesting to see if Irvine can capitalize in the paint with the big fella out.
Isaac Johnson, who picked up that second foul. Isaiah Kerr attacks, drives, and with the left hand, a strong finish using glass.
The circus is in town. Beautiful move, hang time.
Jovan Jester Jr. tries to turn the corner. 5 to shoot. Andre Henry moves in. Henry changed the shot. Evans had it stripped. Picked up. Yassine Toomey for the Rainbow Warriors.
Big stop right there for the Bows. They rotated over, altered the shot, almost gave up the rebound, but were able to get it.
Isaiah Kerr attacks again. The drop off to Yassine Toomey ripped away and a steal. Jovan Jester Jr. pushes. Runner by Jester off the window. First points for Jovan Jester Jr. The Bows can play for the last shot of the half in a 1-point game.
Credit Kyle Evans for that last play. He they just hesitated and didn't even get up a shot, worried about him blocking their shot.
Ray Bullock had it knocked away. Diving forward, Yassine Toomey. Hunter Erickson tries to keep it alive. He can't, and then over and back call against Hawai'i. As it was not touched by UC Irvine, it went across the midcourt stripe, and Hunter Erickson touched it when it was in the backcourt before Jovan Jester Jr. got to it for UC Irvine. Anteater ball with 1.5 to play here in half number one.
Back-to-back great defensive stances from Irvine, getting stops. Now they got a chance for a catch and shoot here before the half.
They're checking to make sure the clock is correct. And Russell Turner has that use it or lose it timeout, which appears he will take here. And they put 4/10 back on. 1.9 for UC Irvine, and they'll throw it in near midcourt. It's been a tight first half. Largest lead of the game, Hawai'i was up 8 at one point. And the largest lead for UC Irvine was 4. 1-point game, final 1.9 coming up. Our crew of Tony Padilla, Rainey McCall, Darren White with Deldre Carr as a standby. An outstanding crew for this Big West final in Henderson, Nevada, at Lee's Family Forum, the home of the Henderson Silver Knights, the top minor league affiliate in the AHL of the Vegas Golden Knights. All right, 1.9 left in the half. Dixon plays it in. Darren Saron launches at the horn. Missed the good look. And it's a 1-point game at the half. 31-30. Hawai'i leads UC Irvine. As we go to the studio, Zubin, Tom, and Kevin. You're watching ESPN's Champ Week presented by Principal. This is the Big West Men's Basketball Championship from Henderson, Nevada. Yes, the top entertainment only. Yes, we had Red Panda, so our game is better than yours. Yep, I had the same expression as that kid right there. Along with Corey Williams and our ESPN crew, Roxy Bernstein with you from Henderson, Nevada. 1-point game at the half, but Corey, we had Red Panda at halftime.
Best athlete in the building so far.
Tight ball game, tightly contested. This is what we expected between these two teams.
No, you're right. No surprises here. They know each other, played twice before, both very well coached. But it's also been about players in big moments. And the big fish starting the game well for the Bows, knocking down perimeter shots, having a presence in the paint. You see the footwork there, but the back-to-back threes gave them a lift. And gave them a lift, and they were trying to ride him, but he got in foul trouble and had to sit down for the final few minutes. And for UC Irvine, Mr. Smooth, Dixon has been the man for them. Pull-ups, threes, they get him the ball. His creativity, he's always in go mode, trying to get downhill. He wants to have a big second half. And right now, Roxy, it's 20 minutes until ticket punch time. And you know both of these players are going to give it their best shot.
Stats were not pretty for either side in the first half. And you look at the numbers, and for example, UC Irvine, 1 assist, 9 turnovers in the first half. And the Bows, who started slow, then got going. Isaac Johnson leading all scorers in the game with 12. Jurian Dixon has 11 to lead UC Irvine. The Anteaters took just 4 3-pointers in the first half, but they were 10 for 10 from the line. Hawai'i just 3 for 13 from 3. Isaac Johnson launching a 3, and the rebound, there's Harry Ruliadeff saving it, but ripped away by Akiva McBurney-Griffin for the Anteaters.
Good set play to start the half. You know, Rox, neither one of these teams got to the top of the conference with flashy offense. They're both defensive squads, so I'm not surprised that they're locked in here tonight.
Jurian Dixon a 3, and UC Irvine takes the lead.
I tell you, he gets a great look, and he's got so much arc on his shot.
Penetrating for the Bows. Dre Bullock had it knocked away, and a foul committed by the Anteaters. And it's on Akiva McBurney-Griffin, his first.
You got to pick your poison with Dixon. If you're too close, he'll blow by you, but if you give him a cushion and get caught on a ball screen, it is lights out.
And a foul is called, and it's on UC Irvine for a push. Akiva McBurney Griffin, I believe, was called for the foul as they were trying to hedge the ball screen out top.
And that was a big call because it very well could have been Johnson's third foul because he was involved in some contact on the ball handler.
The lob for Isaac Johnson over the top, and we're tied at 33.
Basketball 101 to all the big men out there. Keep the ball up high, don't bring it down. Great concentration there by Johnson.
And a perfect pass by Harry Rouliadeff. Jurian Dixon slashes in, and a foul will get him to the line for the Eaters.
From the moment they set this roll, Johnson keeps his hands up, makes a good target. They deliver the ball right on time. Great execution. Maybe a little defensive rotation if you're UC Irvine. A little too easy.
Second on Hunter Erickson. Jurian Dixon will shoot a pair. 2 for 2 at the line. Dixon, who averages 16 points a game, short on the free throw. He scored 20 or more in 2 of the last 3 for UC Irvine, 3 of the last 6 games, and he had 7 20-point games on the season. Last night against CSUN, he had 18 in the victory against the Matadors. Shot clock rolling down on Hawai'i. Dre Bullock gets into the lane. Pull-up jumper by Bullock. And Hawai'i seesaws in front.
Bullock, another guy, always under control, so smooth. Nice little mid-range pull-up. We talked about this last night. I love seeing the return of the mid-range game. Love to see it.
Spinning down low and banking it in. A tough shot. Akiva McBurney Griffin's first points of the night. Right back attacking, and a foul will send Dre Bullock to the line for the Rainbow Warriors. Akiva McBurney Griffin had no fouls at halftime. We played 2:19 in the second half, and he just picked up his third.
Being in the wrong place at the wrong time, but credit to Bose, pushing the ball right back down the floor after the made bucket.
We'll cap off Champ Week tomorrow. 2 more championship games on ESPN and the ESPN app. It's the SEC title game at 1 Eastern between Vandy and Arkansas. And then the last automatic tourney ticket will be punched. The winner of the American Conference, South Florida, Wichita State. Both games on ESPN and the app tomorrow. One-point lead for Hawai'i. Mama Isaac into the key. And the pass intercepted by Isaac Johnson and lost it, and Johnson reclaims it for the Bows. Isaac Finlinson drives the baseline and draws a foul. Free throws coming up for UH.
Both teams have been guilty this evening of penetrating in the lane and not really having things figured out. Lots of easy turnovers. Irvine just turned it over at the other end. That indecision, guys need to be a little more assertive.
Isaac Finlinson gets the roll off the heel of the rim. He's 1 for 3 at the line tonight. The junior from St. George, Utah, which isn't too far from here, about an hour and a half from Vegas. And he hits both free throws. And Finlinson last year was the National Junior College Player of the Year. It's no JC. And a foul Way out top on Hawai'i. Third on Harry Ruliadet. Isaac moving in.
See the Irvine offense spread out, 4 out, just one post man.
Winding down, Harrison Carrington. Turn around, too strong, but a rebound grab by UH and a whistle. And players were slow to react. Tony Padilla was over near Russell Turner. And a foul called on the University of Hawaii. And free throws coming for Harrison Carrington.
Fans aren't going to like that call because it wasn't actually late. Not a lot of people heard the whistle, but it was the right call. He made a nice spin move and got bumped on the shot.
2 shots for Harrison Carrington. The foul is on Gytis Nemiksha, the first on the senior from Lithuania. Carrington, 67% foul shooter. And one more coming, gets his first point of the night. And his former high school won a state championship today in California, Division IV.
Wow.
Sacred Heart Prep. And their coach, Jeff Wolburn, the former head coach at the University of Denver and a former assistant at Stanford and Cal. Harrison Carrington nails both free throws, makes it a 1-point game. Isaac Johnson stepping out. Long on the 3, and the rebound, Jurian Dixon. Running the floor is Evans, beating everybody to the basket, but the shot is blocked by Isaac Johnson, hustling. Isaac Johnson had it knocked away, recovers. Dre Bullock left wide open. 3.
KYP, know your personnel. You have to know where Bullock is at all times. 2 open. And he says, I'll take all 3 of those. Thank you very much.
Second team all Big West for Bullock. Tama Isaac lost it out of bounds. A turnover by UC Irvine.
The big fish, he's mobile. He can run the court, making plays for the Bows. You're gonna see him make this block, and at the other end, the nice 3 ball. We've got a close one here.
Every March, millions of people experience bracket brain. Thankfully, there's ESPN Tournament Challenge. So download the ESPN Tournament Challenge app and get you and your brain in the game.
I think Joe Lenardi's head is about to explode. I really do. The night before Selection Sunday, we've got you covered tomorrow. It all starts 6 Eastern with SportsCenter on ESPN. Reese and the guys look at the men's field of 68 as the brackets are announced, followed by bracketology and breakdowns of each region. Then at 8, the women's field of 68 is revealed. A complete breakdown of each matchup starting at 9 Eastern, all tomorrow on ESPN.
So our good friend Joe, just hold on for about another 24 hours. He'll be in the clear.
Oh, no, then he starts working on 2027.
Yeah,
Don't
right.
kid yourself.
The emails will start coming out.
Hunter Erickson. Gytis Nemiksha sets up in the corner. Missed a 3. Offensive rebound, you've seen Toomey in a kick out. Toomey tries to go to work. Pump fake. Toomey gets the roll.
And that's probably the most aggressive one-on-one Evans has seen all night. Went right at him, gave him a pump fake. Good finish.
Bows by 6. They led by as many as 8 in the first half. On the baseline and kick, wide open, Andre Henry. 3!
Spacing, we talked about it. They play 4 out and 1 in. So when they break the defense down, everybody stays put on the perimeter. That's a beautiful pass.
chops the Hawai'i lead in half. Yassine Toomey missed the pull-up jumper from the free throw line. And the rebound controlled by the Eaters. Devon Chester Jr. penetrates. Had it knocked out of bounds off of Devon Chester Jr. A little out of control and a giveaway by UCI.
And this is under control. Beat your man and then find somebody. Weak side defense helps out, leaves him wide open. 3-ball corner pocket.
Uncharacteristically, 12 turnovers now for the Anteaters. Down the lane, driving, and it pops out. Trying to get the layup was Isaiah Kerr, and UCI controls.
And Hawaii staff wants that reviewed. They thought that ball was still in the cylinder when it was touched.
No call was made on the floor. It is not reviewable, unfortunately for them. Harrison Carrington, a power move. Inside, cuts it to one.
See the type of buckets that are available when the big fish isn't out there, and he's headed right back to the scorer's table. Irvine making things happen in the paint.
Yassine Toomey missing another pull-up jumper. Probably not the shot Iran Ganot wanted.
Made a nice move and has taken 2 shots since. You're right, he's not necessarily the key offensive guy for them.
Chester drives, and a foul will get him to the line. And a push by UC Irvine after they were down 6. And now Javon Chester Jr. going to the line with a chance to give the Anteaters the lead. Second foul on Yassine Toomey.
And UC Irvine doing a great job of recognizing there are not a lot of shot blockers on the court right now, so they're taking full advantage, trying to get to the rim, draw some contact.
%69% for Chester. First one ties the game. We're knotted at 44. Big Fish back on the floor for the Bows. Second one too strong, and the rebound tipped out to Dre Bullock for Hawaii. Number 4 grabs the rebound with the game knotted at 4. Isaiah Kerr, 3!
Great action right there by the Bows. They had the ball at the top of the key. They had a cutter and a guy spotting up. Dealer's choice.
7 off the bench for Isaiah Kerr. 5th made 3 for the Rainbow Warriors. Darren Saran answers for UCI, a long 2. His foot was on the line. Intercepted. Harrison Carrington played the passing lane. Darren Saran. Harrison Carrington leans in. Shot blocked. Isaac Johnson with his second block of this championship game.
It's a good idea, but you got to get more of a piece of him. You allow him to stand there at 7 feet tall, he's going to make a great play.
Isaiah Kerr, back-to-back threes from the same spot. He's got 10.
Great rhythm for the Bows right now, spreading the ball around. And on defense, coming up with stops, and they're off to the races.
2-on-1. Finlinson, and a foul on Andre Henry.
And right now, it is Hawaii applying the pressure, ball movement, and shots galore. The pump fake, the cutter, and you pick your poison. Kerr taking advantage, and then a few moments later, they find them, same spot, same result. Bows up 4.
Big West Final. Henderson, Nevada, just off the strip, outside of Las Vegas in the suburbs for this championship game. And you look at the history of this event and the turnover in champions. Hawaii hasn't won it since 2016. Irvine has not won it since 2019. But in the recent past, UC San Diego won it last year. A great season for Eric Olin. Then Dan Munson was a story 2 years ago with Long Beach State after he'd already been fired. Then they went on a run and won the tournament, and he took them to the NCAAs.
I think this is one of the best conference tournaments in college basketball because of that reason right there. The pressure, the unpredictability of this tournament.
Isaac Finlinson missing both. He's just 2 for 6 from the line tonight. 4-point lead for the Rainbow Warriors. Andre Henry drives. Fall away over Gitas Demiksha, and the rebound fought for, and the tie-up and the alternating possession. Points this way will stay down here, UC Irvine ball.
You know, Henry's another guy, end of possessions. We've seen him make magic happen. He missed the fadeaway right there. But Irvine's got to do a better job of getting better looks early. They're trying to bail themselves out in the final 5 seconds of each possession.
Andre Henry. Runner in the lane by Andre Henry, a 2-point game.
But when he sets his mind to it, he is a tough player to guard.
Senior from La Cañada. And Hawaii with a turnover. It goes back to the Anteaters.
And if I'm UC Irvine, I'm looking to go right back to Henry to see if he can get you something else offensively. Seems to be having a little rhythm right now.
Darian Dixon moves through the key. Top shot over Isaac Johnson, and we're tied at 50.
When they call your number, you have to deliver a beautiful set play, stagger screen, dribble handoff.
7th tie. Approaching the midway point of the second half, Isaac Johnson missing from deep, and the back tap keeps it alive for the Bows. Johnson goes baseline. Johnson, a strong finish.
Big fish straight to the rack from the three-point line all the way to the rim.
16 for Isaac Johnson. Pass deflected, stolen. Dre Bullock takes it away. Down low to Johnson. Doubled in the post. Isaac Johnson goes up and gets the roll and crawls in.
Johnson going to work. You can see Irvine's going to play him straight up in the post. No double team. Great one-on-one moves.
Big fish with a big bucket. Darren Saran back the other way. Out of bounds, will stay down here. Eaters ball.
You know, the misdirection at UC Irvine, they're going to go away, but when they come back to Dixon, they give him the ball on his right hand. He was supposed to be a penetrate kick, but he takes the nice off-balance shot right there. But at the other end, same straight line drive. And when you're 7 feet tall, you get that close to the rim, got to get it up to the 10. Johnson back-to-back inside buckets.
Harrison Carrington bulldozing his way inside. And Evans the tip, grabbed by Isaiah Kerr, and a UC Irvine foul, the first on Darian Dixon. Sixth team foul on the Anteaters. Ron Gannat and the Rainbow Warriors up 4 inside 9 minutes to play. Ron Gannat, part of that Randy Bennett illustrious coaching tree. Harry Rouliadev Hunter Erickson fires. 3! First points tonight. Hunter Erickson puts the Bows up 7.
Just your basic inside out. Everybody stayed home, but they didn't respect his jumper, and Erickson drills it.
7-0 run for Hawaii. Their largest lead of the second half. Andre Henry gets in the lane, falling away. The rebound, Harry Rulia-Def for the Bows.
Great box out right there. And now the Bows have a chance to really apply some pressure.
Deflected out by Jurian Dixon. Inside 8 minutes to go. The Bows up 7 on UC Irvine. Championship game on the line. Well, as the teams were heading to their respective benches during the timeout, here's what happened as Tanner Cuff, there from the University of Hawaii, was coming off the bench to celebrate with his team and keep an eye on Javon Jester Jr. there, 9 in white. And you see Cuff go down. It appeared that Jester did nudge him. Now, I think the Cuff went down a little easily, I will say. Yeah, but we have seen, for example, in a Big West game this season, a technical assessed. You were there in Irvine when UC Santa Barbara was involved with UC Irvine in a situation with UC Irvine assistant Julius Smith, where he baited Mahaney into some contact, which drew a technical, and that fouled Mahaney out of that game.
Yeah, I mean, coming in contact with staff is definitely going to get you in trouble here. But the question is, was it the contact that sent him to the floor, or was there a little acting? Who knows what the officials are going to come up with, but there definitely was some contact and a shove, but I don't know if the shove is hard enough to send him to the floor, but it may be enough to garner a foul.
So an extended break for a review here to see if it warrants anything. So Randy McCall giving us the explanation. Class A technicals on both sides. Tanner Cuff should not have been that far out onto the floor in their assessment. So he was assessed a technical, as was Javon Jester Jr. of UC Irvine.
After a monitor review, we have a contact dead ball technical foul against Hawaii's bench. We also have a contact dead ball on Irvine, number 9. Those penalties will offset. We'll inbound the ball on the side with Hawaii on 17 on the shot clock.
I think that's good officiating.
Oh, that's outstanding.
Here's one more look at what transpired, which matching technicals and no free throws will be shot.
I think they covered everything. Both players probably could have done a lot better. Championship game, 8 minutes to play, so much on the line. You don't want to see something like that have too much of an effect on this basketball game.
Harry Rulia-Def missing the floater, and the rebound grab by the Anteaters.
Been a while since Irvine's connected. They need to establish a rhythm here offensively.
Scoreless for about 3 minutes, UC Irvine. Darren Saran finds a cutting Kyle Evans.
And the most important thing about that, Rox, that's one of their few assisted baskets on the night. They've got to get back to plays like that, creating shots for each other. Too much one-on-one, too much ball handling.
And then Kyle Evans comes over to swat it away. Third block for the nation's shot blocking leader. Darren Saran gets inside, and it's a three-point game.
Back-to-back assists for the Anteaters. Transition, and the Bows are going to talk it over.
Timeout, Hawaii. Irvine, a quick burst, making it a one-possession game.
Just under 7 left here in this Big West Championship game. Irvine found themselves down 7, but starting to make some plays here to claw back into the game. Little pick and roll high percentage bucket. And then at the other end, Evans not only scoring in the paint, the denial, taking 2 points off the scoreboard. And at the other end, more of the same. Anteaters hooking up, assisted buckets have been the key. It's a one-possession game now.
57-54 Hawaii. And the Big West ranks for UC Irvine. And defensively, one of the top teams in the country in defensive field goal percentage and blocks at almost 6 per game. And Kyle Evans, a big reason why, is he leads the country in block shots. Automatic bid to the NCAA tournament on the line, and more than likely, this is a one-bid league. So whoever wins will be going dancing. Whoever comes up short, probably NIT bound. Shot clock down to 5. Isaiah Kerr, the kick. Harry Ruliadev drives. Ruliadev got it to go.
And there was some contact on that layup as well. An unlikely guy in the final seconds of the possession takes it all the way from the corner to the rim.
The senior captain of the Bows puts them up 5. Darren Saran, shot challenge, tipped in from the weak side, Kyle Evans.
When you have Kyle Evans, sometimes the best thing you can do is just get the ball up to the rim and let him do his thing.
What's crazy is Evans never started a game until this season. Harry Ruliadev left open, 3!
Big shot, back-to-back buckets.
After struggling from 3 in the first half, Hawaii 5 for 9 since halftime outside the arc. Darren Saran, the kick. Andre Henry answers.
Talked about Henry's heroics in crunch time. Starting to show up. A one-possession game. The question is, can Irvine, now retreating to their zone, can they get some stops over the final 5 minutes?
Harry Ruliadev in the lane, and he's way off with that one, and the Eaters come away with it. Darren Saran.
I think Dixon has the mismatch. Now they're going to ISO and spread it.
Steps into a 3. Lunging at him, Isaac Johnson changed the shot, and the Bows pull it down.
The fish was too big. Got a piece of the 3.
Here is the big fish down low. Out of the double team. Kerr, too strong on the 3. Rebound tip to Dre Bullock down the lane. Tried to spike it, and comes back to UH. Harry Ruliadev missed an open 3. Isaac Johnson, a putback.
Boy, how big has he been? The block 3 attempt, the putback right there, putting pressure on Irvine.
I'm still marveling at the dunk attempt by Dre Bullock.
That would have been the dunk of the year, no question.
He made a highlight reel dunk last night, but that one would have brought the house down. 5-point lead for UH, inside 4 to go. Harry Ruliadev. Whistle, and a double dribble and a turnover on the Rainbow Warriors. It goes to UCI with 3:49 to go. Tight with an NCAA bid on the line. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Principal. Let's build a retirement and benefits plan that works for your team. Here the tickets punched. One of our teams will be added to that list, as will the WAC winner. Played at the Orleans Arena, about 20 minutes away from Lee's Family Forum. Along with Corey Williams and our ESPN crew, Roxy Bernstein with you. Final 3:49. University of Hawaii in their final season in the Big West. They're moving to the Mountain West next year. And the Bows lead UC Irvine by 5. Isaac Johnson, 20 points to lead all scorers in the game for Hawaii, as 4 Bows are in double figures. The Eaters are led by 17 from Jurian Dixon. Darren Saran, pull up at the foul line, chases down his own miss, can't get the follow to go. Kyle Evans underneath, blocked by Gitas Nemiksha.
Boy, what great hands to make that block and not commit a foul. Irvine had great looks and opportunities. They come up empty, and now they set back in the zone. 2-possession game.
3rd block for Nemiksha tonight, the 9th for UH. Five on the timer. Hunter Erickson. And the rebound tip free and run down. Andre Henry for UCI. Tama Isaac on the move. And the rebound grab by Harry Rulia-Depp for the Bows.
And if you're UC Irvine, I think you got to get Dixon a touch. He can create something for you.
Zone look from the Anteaters.
They got to get an inside touch. They're passing around the perimeter.
Dre Bullock. And the rebound batted around. And it's out of bounds. We're going the other way. It belongs to UCI. Irvine has missed their last 6 shots. They've gone cold. And now Big Fish, who got a breather. Little breather for the Big Fish.
And you've got to take him away from the rim somehow, bring him out in ball screens. But other guys, when he's away from the rim, have to try to find that opportunity to score in the one-on-one. If it's Dixon, if it's Henry, get him away from the rim and let other guys drive.
Andre Henry, tough turnaround. Isaac Johnson, the rebound for the Bows.
Yeah, shot selection for Irvine the past few possessions hasn't been the best. Now they're back in their man-to-man trying to make something happen.
Isaac Johnson weaves his way in. And a running hook by Johnson.
Little old school off the glass. The 7-footer with the throwback.
7-point lead. Jurian Dixon off 1 foot. Can't get the roll. Dre Bullock the rebound for the Bows. And Bullock has it stripped, but a foul on Tama Isaac of UC Irvine.
Roxy, I don't know if it's the haircut or possibly the mustache or just the move. This is all 1970s right here. The 7-footer off 1 leg, the sky hook, the finesse. I told you, big guys don't play like this anymore. That's a beautiful move. Couldn't have come at a better time if you're Hawaii. And they look to be in the driver's seat here with a little over a minute to go.
1-and-1 for Dre Bullock. 6 for 6 from the line tonight. And the miss, much needed by the Anteaters. Jurian Dixon drives, finds Kyle Evans, lays it in, and a foul. And 1 for Kyle Evans.
Exactly what the doctor ordered for Irvine. Quick bucket in transition. Dixon with the drop off, the harm, and it counts. They get a chance to stop the clock, get 3 points, and make this a 2-possession game.
3rd on Isaac Johnson. Kyle Evans 2 for 2 from the line. Makes it a 4-point game.
First thing you want to do is try to get the 10-second call.
And a timeout for the Rainbow Warriors, as Isaiah Kerr was trapped in the corner near the Irvine bench. And the Bows take a timeout. Cap off Champ Week tomorrow. 2 more championship games on ESPN and The ESPN app will start it in the SEC. Title game at 1 Eastern between Vandy and Arkansas. And then the final automatic tourney ticket will be punched by the winner of the American Conference. The championship game between South Florida and Wichita State tomorrow, beginning at 1 Eastern on ESPN and the ESPN app. All right, Hawaii's got one timeout left. UC Irvine has their full complement. You're anticipating a foul is coming at some point. If you're Irvine, when do you need to foul?
Well, basically, you got 8 seconds for them to get the ball over half court. So that's your first goal. Maybe steal, get a deflection on the inbounds, trap. If they beat the trap and don't get the 10-second call, I don't think you let them run the full 28 off the clock. You foul if they get it over half court.
Be a challenging spot to throw the inbound for UH over toward the corner there. It's on the baseline. And Hunter Erickson cannot move. Lobs it in for Isaac Johnson, up over everybody to the 7-footer. Erickson gets it across. Knocked away, stolen. Jurian Dixon moves in. Dixon pinned by Dre Bullock out of bounds. Corey, they forgot about Dre.
They certainly did. This is hustle right here. You're in no man's land, surrounded by 3. They get you to cough it up, but out of nowhere, Dre comes in, makes a huge block, saving it for sure 2 points. Unbelievable.
He almost hit his head on the backboard. He was so high.
Irvine still has the ball. Little rub play.
Kyle Evans goes inside, makes it a 1-possession game.
And now you're in a situation where you can sit back and trust your defense. No need to foul or play crazy.
Isaac Johnson ahead to Harry Ruliadev. Lays it in, they attack the press.
Boy, that was a risky shot, and it paid off for Hawaii.
4-point lead. Darren Saran, off balance on a 3. Rebound grabbed by the Bows. Dre Bullock trying to race away. Bullock, nobody stopped him. Hammer time!
They were trying to foul. They just didn't make it obvious enough.
Jurian Dixon forcing up a 3. It goes out of bounds. There was some panic with UC Irvine here in the last sequence.
Totally out of sorts. Ever since that block shot, they haven't had their composure. And right here, exclamation, 2-hand windmill. Boy, he deserves this highlight because the block ignited the team, and right there, the finish.
And Ruliadev is fouled. 10 seconds to play. Another highlight reel, though, from Dre Bullock.
And you think there's the foul right there in half court, but the officials didn't whistle it, and he gets a free run at the rim.
Foul was on Darren Saran. Harry Ruliadev, the senior captain for the Bows, at the line. Makes it a 3-possession game. A double-double tonight for Ruliadev. 15 points, 11 rebounds after his first double-double of the season last night. He has stepped up big in the conference tournament. And the rebound, Ruliadev diving for it. Loose ball picked up by Hawaii. They will run out the clock. And the Rainbow Warriors, for the first time in 10 years, are going to the big dance.
A hard-fought battle here in the Big West Championship. Back-to-back, 2 teams that know each other inside out. But the Rainbows tough it out over the final few minutes.
A strong contingent of Hawaii faithful have made the trek over from Honolulu, enjoying the Rainbow Warriors. The last time they went was Aranganat's first season in 2016. And the Bows are Big West Tournament champions. team, Corey, down the stretch, made the plays, and they found a way to win it.
They really did. It looked like things were going to fall apart, but you're right. Experience ruled the day. The Bows made great plays on the defensive end to thwart the comeback. And that's what composure in championship basketball looks like.
71-64, the University of Hawaii has won the Big West Tournament Championship, and they are going to the NCAA Tournament to represent the Big West in their final season in this conference. Isaac Johnson leading the way with 22 for the Bows. Again, the final, it was Hawaii 71, UC Irvine 64. For Corey Williams and our great crew, Roxy Bernstein coming up next. The studio would take you to Zubin.